Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Melby, Director of Information and Research on the HERO team, and I'm very happy to welcome you to our Spring 2018 ACCE e-tour. During this webinar today, we'll have an overview of the many membership benefits and resources we have on our ACCE website, plus many of our in-person networking and information resources. With me today are Susan Maguire, Manager of Professional Development and Programs, Dana Ketterling, Resource Development Officer, and Jen Pack, our Resource Coordinator. We're all pleased to be here today with you for our e-tour. Before we begin, I have just a few housekeeping items. First, all attendees are in listen-only mode during the webinar to avoid background noise. If you have a question, please use the question function in the webinar panel. Second, we'll have some time for questions at the end of the webinar, and you can use the question function of the webinar. The question box is on the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Just type in your question and we will see those questions, repeat the question aloud, and then provide an answer. And we'll do that when we get to the end of our presentation. If we run out of time to answer all of your questions during the webinar, we'll definitely handle those individually after the webinar is over. Third, the webinar today is being recorded and should be up on the ACCE website within the next day or so, along with a link to our Fast Facts Guide. You can also download the Fast Facts Guide as a handout from the webinar panel. So all you have to do is sit back, watch, and listen. So let's begin this e-tour. I'd like to start by giving you a roadmap of the ACCE website, starting with the basics such as how to log in and review and update your membership information, and then I'll go on to talk more about ACCE's information resources. So let's start on the home page. At the top of the home page are the 5 categories of information on our website. We have About, and this is where you can go to get basic information about ACCE staff, our board, our history, location, our strategic plan, and other information. And then we have Professional Development, which Susan will be covering a little bit later in the webinar. And then we also have Networks here, and Dana will cover this to learn more about networking with your ACCE peers. And then we have our information portal here, which is also known as HERO, Help Expertise Resources Online, and both Jen and I will be covering that in this webinar. And then finally, we have Fringe Benefits, and I will share information about that towards the end of our webinar. Back to our homepage, it is frequently updated with news you can use with items like convention announcements here at the top, or information about dynamic chamber benchmarking or benefits. Plus we highlight our ACCE Spotlight blog posts, and then also other news and event listings. One little highlight here, this is an update, convention scholarships. You can click on that to get information about ACCE scholarships to attend the convention. And then if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see ACCE's official corporate sponsors. You can click on any of the logos listed here for more information about the sponsors. So let's go back up to the top. We're going to demonstrate using the login. So click login here. To access some of ACCE's information and resources, you will need to log into the ACCE website using your individual username and password. You can log on in the upper right-hand corner of the ACCE homepage or any pages across our website. Each member of your chamber should have his or her own username and password. If you don't know your username or password, you can request it from us by clicking that login button, and then if you have forgotten it, you can just recall it by clicking here, and that will retrieve your password. You can also contact us by using Ask ACCE from the menu or information section, which we'll show you in a bit, and we're always happy to help you with your ACCE login. So I'll go ahead and log in here. Once you're logged into the website, you will see, we'll get that going here. You'll see at the top there's My Account, and My Account is also known as the menu, and that gives you access to information regarding your ACCE membership. And we'll just give that a second. We'll log in, prompt that login again here. Here we are. So now we are in the My Account area or menu. And this gives you more information about your ACCE membership, such as things like you've purchased through the ACCE bookstore, e-courses and online publications, events you have registered for, information on your membership, and we'll look at this one here in a second. And then you can also access dynamic chamber benchmarking right through this link when you're already logged in. And then you can also click on the ACCE membership directory, or this is one of our gems, this networking button, for even more networking and outreach options to reach ACCE members. So those of you who have organization admin access established, you can keep your staff roster and your ACCE staff logins up to date through this option to update my chamber staff. And each staff person here, this is where you set up that login for each one of your staff members. CEOs are set up as org admins already. So if you're not the CEO and someone on your staff would like to be added as the org admin, just let us know. You can use the contact information in what we call Ask ACCE, or just email Hero, which is HERO @acce.org. Once your staff roster is updated, our system will send out a welcome email with that login information for each of your staff members. As you can see, there is more information here, so do please take a few minutes when you have a chance to log in and review what is available to you from this My Account area. So we are going to next take a quicker look at the membership, My Membership section, and just want to highlight a few things here. You can update your personal information and professional interest areas here, and I'm going to click into that. So you can double check find your ACCE ID number, your name, your title, and then background information, contact information. And here is where you can sign up professional interest areas. You can sign up for any of ACCE's interest areas, including our divisions, such as Communications and Marketing Division, Diversity and Inclusion Division, and so forth. That way, when you sign up for these divisions or special interest areas, you'll receive emails from us on upcoming roundtable calls and discussions, webinars, the division e-newsletters, and other information of interest to you. So once you've signed up for your professional interest area, you can just click or unclick and then click Save. So let's go back to My Account real quick under the menu. And you can also update your username and password. You can just change that right there. So next, I want to show you the variety of different ways to contact us. As I mentioned, Ask ACCE is one way, but you can also use our staff directory. And so to get there, you click on About, and then you can see who we are under About ACCE and Staff. And then this goes into our directory. You can click on a name for the email pop-up, our title, and then our phone number. And then also in the upper right-hand corner, let's go back up to My Account. You can contact ACCE, let's see, through the information section here. Let me just go back over to information and click on Help. You can click on Ask ACCE under the Help tab under Information. You have our phone number and our email. And then I will also highlight how to reach our board and see who our board members are. So that's also back under About. And under that, you can see our board of directors as well as our past board chairs. And let's just go back here. And then you can also see ACCE's strategic plan, our inclusion statement, our history, as well as other information. Under the About section as well, you can also find more information about your membership options, including the Horizon Investors, the All Access Pass, the member directory, which is also available under My Account we were just looking at. And then you can also download the ACCE member emblem, which you do need to get through your ACCE login. And now I'm going to go back really quick to see some of our affiliates under About as well. and you can see our business directory, and additional membership options exist here, as I mentioned, the All Access Pass and the Horizon Investors Program. So that's a brief overview of the information, basic information, our staff information, formation, history, and contact for ACCE. And I'm next going to turn this over to my colleague Dana Ketterling to talk a little bit more about networks. So Dana, take it away.
Thanks, Sarah. Hi, it's really great to have everyone joining us today. And as Sarah said, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of our member directories and networks. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have following the tour too. Let's start with our member directory. Within the member directory, you can actually search for individual members or chambers, and you can email members through the directory too. We also have a separate business directory where you'll find our official corporate sponsors, as well as business members and consultants who serve our industry. Additionally, some offer affinity programs that are designed to generate non-dues revenue, and many of them exhibit during our annual convention, which will take place this year, as you know, probably already, July 17th through 20th in Des Moines, Iowa. We sure hope you guys can join us too. Now let's take a look at our networks. We wanted to extend an invitation to join our networks, and we're looking forward to connecting you. Our community peer groups are specifically designed for CEOs to build peer relationships within groups that are organized by community type and size. With in-person meetings and exclusive online networks, our peer groups are really lively sources of emerging trends and innovative work being done, and we welcome your involvement. You can view the roster for each one of our peer groups through the link provided, and you can also email an individual directly through the roster too. Next, let's review our divisions. That's another great way to connect. Divisions are actually open to everyone and are truly your home base. They're organized by job function, as you can see, to help you connect with your closest counterparts. To join a specific division, you can just follow the link shown on each division page to sign up, or you can also sign up through your account under the heading My Membership, then update personal information, then edit professional interest areas as Sarah showed you earlier. Once you join, you'll receive e-news specific to that particular division, invitations to webinars on related topics, and also invitations to scheduled division conference calls. We really have a wide variety of divisions available, and we welcome you to connect with peers who also share common interests with you. In addition to our divisions and peer groups, we've also set up a presence on many social networking websites. Our online forums, answers, and connections are just a click away for you. We have several group channels on LinkedIn, and we hope you'll join one or more of our groups. Some of our divisions have their own LinkedIn pages and groups, which you'll find within the individual division pages. There are thousands connected to our LinkedIn groups with great discussions and networking to engage in. Our main LinkedIn group, as well as our membership and communications forums, are actually the largest and most active Q&A platforms in our industry. We also have a page on Facebook and an ACC YouTube channel. You can also follow ACC updates by clicking the Twitter icon in the footer on our web pages. You can get to our social media channels from the network's landing page, follow ACC's blog from the website homepage, click on ACC blog, or the special feature #ACC Spotlight for current posts with great chamber models and news you can use. If you're not already part of a group, we invite you to join in the conversations. Additionally, we want to thank everyone already participating for the contributions that you make and the valuable expertise you're sharing. Now, Susan's going to share information on ACC's professional development offerings. Susan?
Thanks, Dana, and hello, everyone. I'm Susan Maguire. I'm Manager of Professional Development here at ACCE, and thank you so much for joining us today. I am going to focus on a few aspects of our professional development programming, cover a lot of ground, but again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me after the webinar. First, I'm going to say a few words about our online education program, which we call ACC University Online. ACC University Online includes online e-courses, recorded convention and other training workshops, and webinars. You can access all of these offerings most easily by clicking on Professional Development at the top of any website page and then on ACC University. You'll find the e-courses here. Click on any of the courses to find a more complete description and purchase them if you would like. You can stop and start ACCE courses at any time and view them as many times as you like, and you and anyone on your staff can access them. Included in the e-courses are recorded convention and other training sessions. Convention tracks and individual recorded workshops are available, along with selected sessions, individual sessions from our conventions since 2014. Our e-courses, including our recorded convention workshops, are offered for a fee that varies according to your membership type. You'll need your username and password to purchase them. These sessions are generally offered at great prices. For instance, our popular 60 membership ideas in 60 minutes session from our 2016 convention and our 60 membership ideas and 60 sponsorship ideas sessions from 2017 are each offered for just $5, and they include written summaries of all the great ideas presented. Important note, if your chamber has purchased an ACC All Access Pass, the e-courses are included within that pass, and they're also included within the Horizon Investor Benefits. So in these two cases, you and anyone in your chamber will be able to access them for no additional fee. We also have many free recorded webinars within our ACC online catalog. The easiest way to access them is to go to the ACC University page, click on Webinars, and then just scroll through and click on the thumbnail photo of the webinar of any webinar of interest, and the webinar will play. The webinars are listed in reverse chronological order for those we presented in the last few years, and then in alphabetical order at the end for the older webinars. All recorded webinars are included with your membership, so there's no additional fee for you or anyone in your chamber. The webinars are usually about an hour long, and where presentation materials have been made available to us, we've also posted those right here on the webinar page, and you can download them for free. We've done a number of new webinars over the past several months, including webinars on total resource campaigns, government relations and public policy, chamber mergers and alliances, fair chance hiring, and much more. We also will be doing additional live webinars and roundtable calls throughout the year. To access a schedule of these events, start again on the professional development page, hover over events, and then click on calendar. You'll see a listing of everything we've scheduled, and note that where there's an ACC logo by the name of the event, that event is sponsored by ACCE, and that most of them are there. We've also included some events sponsored by some other state and regional chamber associations as well. If you scroll down, you'll see a few of those. You'll see that we have several roundtable calls coming up. Click on the roundtable of your choice for more details on how to join. During these calls, we offer an open opportunity for discussion and brainstorming with your peers so you can continue to build your professional network. Several webinars are also on the calendar, including one coming up on May 17th by the Georgia State Chamber of Commerce on development of data and as part of chamber goal setting and strategic planning. ACCE sends out a regular weekly e-blast every Monday, which includes links to upcoming webinars and roundtable calls. We also send out individual e-blasts for individual webinars about a week in advance. So there are a number of ways to keep informed about what's being planned. Note that there is no charge to participate in ACC roundtable calls or webinars. For webinars, you generally need to register in advance, just like you did for this webinar. And to do that, you'll need your ACC membership ID number. For roundtable calls, the information varies. Click on the information on the events page about the call to find out more information about whether you need to register beforehand or just join. So we are developing our professional development schedule for fall 2018 and winter 2019 right now. So if you have any ideas for topics you'd like to see us focus on for a webinar or a call, please don't hesitate to contact me. Next, I wanted to cover some of our in-person training sessions we have each year. Our biggest in-person event is, of course, our annual convention. It's held every summer in July or August, and this year it's being held in Des Moines on July 17th through 20th. You can check out our convention website page, which you can access right there where Sarah has noted, or right from our homepage on one of the large scrolling tiles. You can get more information on the convention and register for the convention from this page. Also, we have a limited number of hotel rooms available at the negotiated block rate. Availability does vary among the hotels, and we currently have availability at the Marriott Hotel, one of the convention hotels. But for more information on hotels, click on the individual reservation links. You'll get the most current and updated information. And just a note, whether you book at a convention hotel or another hotel, go ahead and make your reservation soon if you are going to join us in Des Moines. So you can also, from that convention website, access information about the educational sessions, keynote speakers, tours, social events, and more in the programs bar at the top of the convention website page. And this is one we're going to be adding more information to in the weeks to come, particularly the one about the educational sessions. So please visit often. We'll be filling that in over the next several weeks. So if you can't join us at this summer's convention, or you just can't wait to access some of the great convention content, no worries at all. You can also get handouts from our 2017, 2016, and 2015 conventions by clicking on Professional Development, hovering over Annual Convention, and then clicking on the Convention Resources page for the various conventions we have listed, 2017, 2016, or 2015. Then just scroll down. We're available. We've posted handouts from the convention workshops and sessions that were offered in those years, and they are complimentary with your membership. Of course, we will post handouts from our 2018 convention after the convention's over in late summer or early fall. So besides convention, ACCE also holds 2 additional in-person trainings annually. Our annual sales training conference is held in March, and it features speakers on a variety of sales and membership topics suitable for both new and seasoned membership representatives. We'll be posting information about our 2019 conference at the beginning of 2019. And then we also hold an annual events training conference in the fall of each year. And this is for folks involved in planning and leading great Chamber of Commerce events. We are right now in the process of planning our conference for this year. It most likely will happen in October, and we will be in touch with everyone with details about when it will be and more information, where and when, later this spring or in early summer. To find the handouts from the recent sales training and events conferences, click on Professional Development and then scroll down to Resources from Past ACC Conventions and Conferences. And click on the red type to get handouts and track packs from conferences and also from past several conventions. So before we end this section of our tour, I did want to take a short detour to mention many other opportunities here at ACCE for education and networking for membership development professionals in particular. The starting place for this learning is our Membership Development Division page, which you can get to by clicking on Networks, hovering over Divisions, and then clicking on Membership Development Divisions. From this page, you can join our active membership sales LinkedIn group. This is a place you can also download copies of sales training conference handouts from previous years, as you can see. You can also access links to our Chamber Pedia pages on membership topics, plus links to past membership e-newsletters, recorded webinars, and recorded roundtable calls. We also have a new set of resources just for new membership professionals here, if you scroll down to Resources for New Membership Professionals. If you're a member of the Membership Development Division, you'll get the e-newsletters and you'll get e-blasts when we schedule webinars or roundtable discussions for membership professionals. To join the MDD, click on Divisions at acce.org right there on the page, or update your profile online to add Membership Development Division to the profile by clicking on Update Your Profile Status Online. You'll need your ACC username and password to access that page. You can also feel free to just email me at smaguire, smcguire, at acce.org, and I will get you signed up for the MDD. Note also that on the MDD page, if we go back there, you can also access information about the Circle of Champions program. The Circle of Champions is part of the MDD, and it sponsors 2 recognition programs for chamber sales professionals, our annual sales contest and our Lifetime Sales Achievement Award program. You can find out more information about both by clicking where indicated on the Circle of Champions page. To join the Circle of Champions, click on Enroll Your Sales Team Today from that page. Fill out the online form. That form will make its way to me, and I will get you signed up. If you have any questions about the Circle of Champions or the awards programs, please don't hesitate to contact me. Next, I'd like to show you how to quickly get information on the many other prestigious awards that are presented at our annual convention. Just quickly, to find out more information, click on Professional Development, hover over Awards, and then you will see all the major categories of awards that are given out each year. If you click on any of those links, you'll find out more information about the award requirements, the due dates, and the contact people at ACCE who can provide more information. The last thing I'll touch on is the Certified Chamber Executive, or CCE program. The CCE is the only national certification for chamber professionals. It's available to chamber professionals who have 6 or more years of senior level management experience and are currently in a senior level chamber position. To find information about the CCE program, click on Professional Development and then on CCE, or Certified Chamber Executive. This section of the website contains information on timeline, eligibility requirements, the application, resources for applicants, and much more. We will also be offering a workshop on the CCE process at the convention and a webinar workshop in the fall. It's also worth noting that one of the requirements for the CCE is that you have accumulated over the course of your chamber career a certain number of professional development points through education, networking, volunteer roles at ACCE, leadership roles at ACCE or other chamber organizations, and so on. And you acquire CCE points for every webinar or in every e-course you participate in, and for attending convention, sales training, events training, and other ACCE events. And you'll get more points if you facilitate or present at a webinar or one of our conferences. So you are working towards getting your CCE when you participate in any of the professional development opportunities we offer here at ACCE. So please feel free to click on my name on the CCE page and send me an email if you have any questions about the CCE program. I'm there somewhere. Applications for the 2019 class are due on January 7th, 2019, and I would love to talk to you more about the program if you're interested or maybe interested in the future. And just one final note about professional development at ACCE. ACCE has a job board that you can access from the professional development page. You can click on that link, job board link, to find out more. And you can also get to it, I believe, right from the home page. So that is a quick summary of ACC University Online and our other professional development resources. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions, and also if you have any suggestions for professional development topics you'd like to see us offer in the future. Next, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Jen Pack, who will share information on the HERO Information Library. Jen, take it away.
Thanks, Susan. And yeah, I'm going to talk about the resources available to your chamber in ACCE's information section, which is also known as HERO. HERO stands for Help, Expertise, and Resources Online, and you can think of it as your ACCE member library. Our goal with HERO is to make it easy for our members, any staff person at any chamber, regardless of type or size, to find the information they need to do their job. There are a number of resources that make up HERO. The first is Chamber Pedia, and these are research starting pages organized by topic, and they include strategic planning, case studies, and chamber models, best practices, and guides. The second area is dynamic chamber benchmarking. It's a participatory management tool to identify trends, and you can use it for benchmarking your chamber against other chambers. We also have a samples library, and this is a library of working documents from chambers such as yourself, with examples on board member agreements, position descriptions, marketing plans, annual reports, all kinds of samples in the library. We also have a reference desk called Ask ACCE, and the HERO team is staffed by myself and Sarah. We're both research librarians, and you can expect a reply in 24 to 48 hours after sending your question to us. Let's go back to the samples library. It contains over 4,000 chamber documents, and they include different sample types like marketing materials, membership brochures, bylaws, annual reports, job descriptions, and many other items, including award-winning items. And samples are a great way for you to save time. You can download, edit, and customize the documents to your own needs. And we can do a quick search to show how to access it. We recommend starting with a broad search via subject term. And then you can narrow down your results by keyword or revenue size. We get a lot of requests for what chambers of a particular size are doing in an area, and so we've integrated that into the search as well. You can sort down by the revenue size or community peer group. We're always adding new samples and are always looking for more. So if you have something that you're proud of or a piece that's really a hit with your members, send it to hero@acce.org and we'll add it. Next is Chamber Pedia, and this is a chamber-specific encyclopedia that has best of compilations in 13 topic areas that we focus on and that chambers focus on. Within these 150 plus topic pages, you'll find in-depth resources from ACCE, member chambers, and other expert materials, including research, chamber best practices, samples, articles from Chamber Executive Magazine and other industry publications, toolkits, surveys and quick poll results, webinar recordings, convention materials, and other types of presentation files. Some recently added and updated topic pages include chambers and political engagement, criminal justice reform, and alliances and partnerships. We're working on updating Chamber Pedia, and as with the samples library, we welcome your input and knowledge to help us add to these pages, whether it's for new ideas for a page or to add existing resources. So please do email us at hero@acce.org. We've also been developing our FAQs or facts. Many of the questions we receive from members, we develop into FAQs if we think they're going to be helpful for other members. We try and do it as quick as we can to push the information out. They're designated in blue on Chamber Pedia pages, and then you'll need to uncollapse the question in order to see the answer. The FAQ page is searchable on its own by using the Control-F feature of your browser. And then you can also find it directly by going to Information and then Help. And now Sarah's going to do an overview on chamber stats and benchmarking.
Great, thank you so much, Jen. And as we will take questions at the end, of course, and so thank you to all of you who are posting questions. We'll definitely address that. So if I was in a room and I could see all of you attending, I'd say, how many of you are familiar with dynamic chamber benchmarking or have heard about chamber benchmarking? If you had a chance to raise your hand, I'd love to see everybody's hand up in the room. Dynamic chamber benchmarking is the survey tool we use. It's an online platform that depends on your ACCE login to access. And so that's one of the reasons why it's important to have your ACCE login ready, at the ready. And so within dynamic chamber benchmarking, once you've logged into the system, it houses both the operations survey and salary survey. And this is where you can participate and download custom reports that show exactly how your chamber compares with peers, as well as you can measure your performance over time because the system actually goes back to 2012. We have lots of tools about working with dynamic chamber benchmarking. I'm just going to click and show you back on the information portal here. When you scroll into dynamic chamber benchmarking, you can click right there to just launch into dynamic chamber benchmarking. But in this box area, we also have information. You could download a data collection worksheet to help prepare your answers to the survey questions. You can also see our quick start guide for more individual help. And then we have a resource page called Working with Dynamic Chamber Benchmarking that answers more of the commonly asked questions and helps you get started. So really all you need is your ACCE login to get started with dynamic chamber benchmarking. If you are a chamber CEO, you will see both the operations survey section as well as the salary survey section. If you are a chamber CEO and you would like to designate a staff member to access and download salary reports, you can just let Hero know that you'd like to grant that permission. All other chamber staff will see the operations survey section where you can enter your data, you can view question comparisons, or you can run reports. This information is very helpful for things like member retention benchmarking and salary and HR comparisons. The data is very useful for board reports and annual reports, staff retreats, strategic planning, annual program of work planning, you name it. And so also a quick note is that we have a live chat inside Dynamic Chamber Benchmarking. So you can ask us a question, and that's actually staffed by live Monday through Friday by Jen and myself. So you'll be able to reach either of us that way as well. So Dynamic Chamber Benchmarking is free to all ACCE members, and your participation unlocks the reports. So once you've reached at least 50% or more of the participation by year, then you can download the various reports and charts or the individual slides by individual question. I'm just going to show you some of the reports. And the other great part about dynamic chamber benchmarking and the actual benchmarking part is the filter combinations you can use to really drill down to see apples to apples chambers or chambers that are nearest and most like you. So running any of these filters to see, if your chamber, if you want to just see chambers of commerce, or you could see chambers with economic development data, and all the information inside dynamic chamber benchmarking is in the aggregate. So it's all anonymous. And that's the beauty of this, is that you're benchmarking within your peers, but everybody's data is protected. The other commonly asked question we get with dynamic chamber benchmarking is, are there any deadlines? So there are only a few deadlines, but we've passed those at this point in the year. But for future reference, if you are planning to apply for Chamber of the Year, you do need to participate in the annual survey questions by the early first quarter of that new year. And we also have a membership achievement recognition program in retention, and that's also part of the participation required by the first part of the new year quarter. Otherwise, there are no deadlines. So you can go into Dynamic Chamber Benchmarking 24/7, and it defaults to the current year, which is fiscal year 2017. And then you can input your answers and then download some of the reports. So some of the reports I've already pulled up really quickly. You can just take a look at, and I'm going to pull up our chamber report card, which is a great, basically one-page report that shows I have a demonstration chamber right here. You can see your demo, our demo stats from my chamber, my percentile, and then compared to the 25th, the 50th, or median, and the 75th percentile in things like staffing, memberships, finance, and more. And then some of the other reports you can download are the full operations report. Again, that's customized to your specific chamber, and you can run filters to see exactly how you compare to near peers in a variety of data points such as governance, HR, staffing, revenue per FTE, expense per FTE, outsourcing information, member retention information, all kinds of revenue and expense breakdown. So the report has detailed information, and I regularly give webinars on dynamic chamber benchmarking data and reports, but we're also happy to set up individual appointments and share web screen and web meetings format to help you understand your data, your chamber's data, and how you compare to peers, and also best practices in benchmarking. We do have filter help guides here. You can download these little tip guides and get some information about the best types of filter combinations for your benchmarking comparison practice. And then we also have a support tab here at the top, which also contains the quick start guide, that data collection worksheet that I mentioned a bit ago, as well as more information about time-saving tips using copy prior year, and then year-over-year comparisons, as well as understanding what exactly the fiscal year is. So feel free to chat with us. Ask ACCE, as Jen mentioned back here on the information portal. You can always reach us through the help function, or just scroll down and click Ask ACCE. Just a quick note is that we have the membership statistics report as well as the full operations reports. That's all available. You can download the membership statistics report right here. That is free, and that's compiled data that we use from dynamic chamber benchmarking, but it's broken down by revenue size instead of being an exact comparison tool of showing your chamber specifically. So this is meant as a general overview of member stats, as well as some other publications that we offer, the operations pub and the salary publication that's under resources and publications. And you can click on that and get to the bookstore. Those items, those publications are prepared by revenue breakdown. So again, it's not specific to your chamber, but it's a good comparison tool that you can use. And Horizon investors at ACCE, as well as all Access Pass members, you do receive these publications as part of that membership at ACCE. So the other points I just want to make outside of dynamic chamber benchmarking, back here under information, that there are a couple of tools, additional tools and resources available to you. We still have the Horizon Initiative here, and this is the seminal work study that was performed and studies how chambers are adapting and evolving to megatrends in the next decade. These 8 influences are helping to inspire chambers to shape their future and transform into community catalysts to be the best places to live, work, and play. So we highly recommend the Horizon Initiative, this portal, as well as be sure to check out the additional resources under that menu there. And then, as Jen mentioned, we do have other resources available, quick polls, and there's the ACCE magazine, which you can access past issues, the latest issue, as well as a really nice article archive search. And so just to summarize quickly about the Hero portal or the information section here, this is where you can use the samples library to find working documents to help run your chamber and not reinvent the wheel. You can obtain chamber best practices and award-winning examples, and you can benchmark your chamber with near peers. And these are all resources that help make it easier to do your job. So let us empower you. Please use Ask ACCE, and we're more than happy to answer your questions and help you. So use that virtual reference desk, and we grow our resources because of your research questions. So I just also want to quickly roll over to the Fringe Benefits section here. And this is where you can find information about ACCE's retirement and insurance plans. And this includes, this is managed by the ACCE Benefits Trust, a group of your peers, which offers members access to high quality and affordable employer-sponsored retirement and group insurance plans. These include a 401k profit sharing plan, a 457B deferred compensation plan, and ACCE's Mighty Mini plan, which is available to chamber organizations with 5 or fewer employees. And then additionally, group insurance programs include life, disability, dental, vision, travel insurance, and telemedicine. That's all available under the Fringe Benefits section here. An added benefit for chambers participating in any one of the 401k or group insurance plans is access to Think HR, which is a very powerful HR experts library and resource to help answer your HR questions. So they also offer a number of employee training courses and recorded webinars. So if you do have an ACCE Fringe Benefits plan, be sure to check out Think HR. So just to emphasize, you also have access to a large library of human resource samples, including position descriptions back here under the information portal under samples. And just by clicking under sample type or doing a keyword search, you can also see what chamber peers have submitted or what we have collected for the samples library here. So back to the Fringe Benefits. For questions on that, please contact ACCE's Vice President of Benefits, Stacy Breslin, for more information about any of the chamber employee benefits programs. So with that, you've learned about a wide array of ACCE's resources and benefits. We have just a few minutes. We'll take questions, and again, if we don't get to your question, we will answer that after the webinar. Please type in your question and we'll go ahead and read those aloud. Susan is probably at the ready and has questions all set, and we're happy to go ahead and answer.
Okay, well, thanks, Sarah, and thanks, everyone. I do have, I see one question, and it has to do with information provided at the beginning of the webinar. What if you are a new chamber employee? Do you need to create a username and password? Sarah?
Great question. Yes, you do. If you're a new chamber staffer, you can let us know, or if you have your CEO or your organization admin can just add you under my account and then update my chamber staff and follow the on-screen instructions to add a new staff member. But you can reach out to us under information, under help, and then just email Hero, and we're happy to get you set up as well. So if you are emailing us opposed to going through the My Account option, if you email us, we just need your full name, your title, your email address, and your approximate start date, and then we'll get you set up with your own individual ACCE login and password.
Yeah, that's a great question, and that really is the first step, getting that username and password and ACCE ID number. It's the first step to getting access to so many resources, from webinar registration to lots of the samples that the Hero team has and other documents that have been uploaded to our site. So don't hesitate. If you don't have that individual login information, reach out to the Hero team or have your organizational member, whatever Sarah called it, a team member, get you signed up, and you'll be good to go. I don't have any more questions right now. If anyone has any last minute questions, I know we're actually probably out of time. Yeah, a few minutes over. If anyone has any last minute questions, you can go ahead and type them into the webinar panel question box. And
a quick side note is that if you go into that handout section of your go-to webinar panel, you can download ACCE's Fast Facts Guide, which also talks about your ACCE individual login and password. So be sure to download and save that handout. It will also be available for download on the professional development page under ACCE University, and then you can click. We'll update this. Our last recording is here, but this will change to Spring 2018 eTour. You can access the recording here, as well as download our updated Fast Facts Guide from that link here. all under Professional Development, ACCE University Online.
Okay, well, Sarah, I think that's it for questions. So I
Great.
think we are done.
Great. Thank you all. It was a pleasure to be here with you today, and feel free to reach out anytime we can assist. We wish you a great day and enjoy your spring in your part of the country.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.